Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 2 I keep wanting to say Trails of Cold Steel Part 2, which is like kinda right, but then I want to say part whatever the actual episode number is, which is really just something I don't know why I do it. I've been doing it for years and I can't not start a video without saying what part number it is. I originally started doing it just because it made it easier to tell it by just like briefly opening the video which one it was part number wise when it came time to name raw recording files, but yeah, weird tangent. Hello lady, this is a new day. We're on the third recording session of Cold Steel. Wait a minute, are you one of Sarah's students? What are you doing here with Toval, no less? Hello ma'am, I see things haven't changed much here. Hey Margot, you look pretty well. Remember when they were all like hey, be incognito, and then we just walk into a bar and she's like, oh my god, you're the friggin' students who are wanted and gonna be murdered. Hey, or I guess student, because Toval's not a student. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, he could, you know, go back and get his Erebonian GED if he doesn't already have it, maybe. The last time we saw each other was when I came for that request, yeah? Been a while. Toval aside, shouldn't you be in hiding, young man? Okay, at least now she's whispering. The provincial army was searching for you not that long ago. No one seems to suspect us yet, so we should be fine for now. Yeah, Reen, totally not suspicious with his bright red jacket and anime protagonist energy. I doubt they'll notice as long as they don't do anything too crazy. Same for Toval. He, looks very, like, inconspicuous. He doesn't stand out at all. Well, if you say so. It is a relief to know you're okay. Yeah, same. I totally remembered who you were. Are you gonna be staying here? We're actually not sure what we'll be doing for now. More important that the more we're staying, there's something we'd like to ask you. Words, they're hard, dude. I did just come off of finishing Danganronpa 3, so that's gonna be my excuse for why I can't talk, since I just recorded that for like 3 hours straight, or like 2.5. Reen explained why he and Toval came to Celtic. Which does mean that now we're pretty much all on the Cold Steel train. There's just this and Yeast to record, which Yeast is kind of, you know, not that much of a, like a pressure to record. I mean, pressure's not the right word, but like I can miss uploads in that and no one cares, since that's just kind of like a personal project. So you're searching for your classmates. Based on what we know, they're somewhere around here. You wouldn't happen to have any leads at all, would you? Sorry, can't say that I do. We barely get anyone new coming in as it is thanks to all the train restrictions, and I would only be able to recognize the students who came with you last time. True. Well, just knowing they aren't staying here is a big help. By the way, we heard that things are pretty tense here, but seems to be relatively peaceful from what I can tell. Well, there hasn't been any direct effect on the town itself. Rumor has it there's fighting going on near the eastern border though. Over by Guerrilla Fortress? Yeah, seems like the Imperial Army's holding their line of defense over there. Solid one at that too. They say the provincial army is struggling to break through it. The Twin Dragons Bridge is over that way too, actually. They must be fighting with the troops there. Yes, well that's why a lot of us are worried. So apparently Guerrilla Fortress, better at defending from the inside than the outside. If they're fighting that close by, who knows when Celtic will get caught up in it. That is an unfortunate possibility. The market manager's been doing what he can to prevent the worst. But the provincial army doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their willingness to keep us safe, you know? If only this war would be just done and over with. I feel you. Thanks for the info, Margot. You be sure to watch your back, alright? Same to you too. Be careful out there. Alright then, 11 Mirror it is! Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, we did talk to everyone here, I believe. I guess when we leave, maybe there'll be a cutscene or something? I haven't know we got a hold of Sarah yet, though. I can't help but worry. She was in the anime cutscene. She'll be fine. Hey, this is Sarah we're talking about. I'm sure she's fine. Now, here's hoping at least. Just trying to say not too much you hear. Last thing we want is something happening to you. Well, be careful. Thank you for your concern. Can I rest for free? Absolutely not, okay? I don't care if you're, like, wanted criminals and you save the town and maybe we'll end up saving the entire world. I'm charging you the same price everyone else gets charged. I think we've asked almost all the townsfolk at this point. And yet here we are with zip for clues. You sure they're really here? I kind of found it hard to believe your friends have gotten by without a single person noticing them. I mean, have you ever seen Machias? He doesn't exactly, you know, seem like someone you would want to remember. They have to be somewhere in the area. If they're not here in town, then they're either on the highway or someone else in this general region, right? I hope they're holding up okay. Hey there, you two sons, you got time to kill. Are you Newspaper Kid? You are Newspaper Kid. I remember you. How about picking up a copy of the Imperial Chronicle? The latest volume's got a boatload of handy info. Oh yeah, I never read the newspaper, dude. And it comes at the low price of 100 mira. Not bad, huh? We got a fishy one here, don't we? Sorry, kid, we're kind of busy at the moment. Whatever, just take one already. You're gonna regret it if you don't. I mean it. It's gonna be nothing but regret. Well, I guess it can't hurt. You trying to help us out? Thanks. Sheesh, you really wanted that sale. And then you open it, it's like, this message will self-destruct in 5, 4. I don't think I've ever seen someone that desperate to sell a newspaper before. You did have a point, though. Reading the newspaper is a great way to get a better idea what's going on. True enough. Let's give it a read. Never. Now the game's like forcing you to read the lore. We spent all this time reading these dang newspapers, you're gonna read them, you fuckers. Breaking. Noble Alliance forces keep winning. Well, let's water first, actually. Do I have any water? I do, it's just behind me. Gotta reach. Alright. Noble Alliance forces keep winning. The Alliance has worked to eliminate rebellious elements all over the country is proceeding smoothly, very smoothly. In fact, with the latest official announcement reporting that 60% of the country is now under their control. Wow, no bias whatsoever. Just actually declaring the legitimate government of Erebonia as the rebellious elements. Man, I always knew the Imperial Chronicle was such a great newspaper. I mean, you know, for all my problems with the Osborne stuff, like, I mean, they're obviously, like, you know, not really the good guys per se, but they are still the legitimate government. One victory after another. I went to view some of the soldiers on the ground in the western front about the ongoing battle. Standing in their base, it was easy to feel overwhelmed by the sight of countless soldats and the state-of-the-art military airships lined up. I'd heard about how much superior the Noble Alliance's forces were to the rebels in terms of the quality and amount of weaponry and vehicles they have. But they're not the rebels, it's actually the exact opposite. But seeing them all in person, I finally understand that all I'd heard was completely true. The commanding officer I spoke to had inspiring words about the war itself. The armored divisions of the former Imperial Army may have been elite, but they no longer have a good cause to fight for. Now they're simply a disorganized rabble. Furthermore, the beloved General Aurelia Leguin and Brigadier General Wallace Bardius are both heroically fighting on the front lines with their armies at their side. Needless to say, morale is astonishingly high. Yeah, until fucking it's my turn to kick some ass. We, however, do have a good cause to fight for, and because of that, the commanding officer continued, there is absolutely no chance we'll be defeated. What exactly is that good cause? Well, like, so these guys, like, their dad, like, 1,000 years ago was, like, important. So, therefore, we should give them all of our money and let them do whatever they want. Because, like, 1,000 years ago, their, like, great ancestor was, like, important or something. That's our cause. Predictions for the future. The Alliance forces seem to have every intention of following through on their mission to wipe out the rebels. With most of their numbers already defeated, the former Imperial Army soldiers remaining have spread throughout the land and in many areas are working with the other rebels to worsen public order. I think I speak for everyone in saying that the complete elimination of such soldiers can't come soon enough. Wow, who the fuck wrote this? Can I fight them? Former Governor Regnitz formally arrested. Oh. The former Imperial Governor of Heimdall, Carl Regnitz, has already been apprehended on suspicion of treason. That's bad. But he has now been arrested as a result of his increasing evidence proving his guilt. His arrest means that over 40 members of the Imperial government have been placed under arrest on charges of treason. Wow, that's not suspicious. Even the person leading the investigation was unable to hide his surprise at just how many rebels have been participating in government affairs unnoticed all this time. So I guess they must have, like, spun this very differently. I guess they have, like, a PR thing where they're like, oh, we only acted because we discovered a rebellion or treason within the official government. That's why the nobles are attacked Heimdall, not because we're mad that nobody wants to respect me because my dad 1,000 years ago was important, or, you know, great granddad was important. With more and more members of the reformist faction being found to be guilty of similar charges, we wouldn't be surprised if they had plenty more to arrest in the days to come. Beware deception and demonstrations. The Army's press office has words of caution in light of the alarming number of demonstrations of false reports being spread across the Empire of late. In their latest statement, they warned supporting the former Imperial Army or sympathizing with their actions both constitute as treason. The best thing to do now is ignore such degenerates. We sincerely trust that all of our readers will take heed of this advice and not pay attention to groundless rumors. Train and air travel update. Rail and air travel have gradually begun to resume as the result of Noble Alliance's actions. However, the number of trains and airships in operation remain limited, and major inspections are being conducted at key stations in the interest of security. Passengers wishing to travel should expect delays. There is always the possibility that public transport will be halted again depending on future developments. Citizens who have peerages will have priority when purchasing tickets, allowing them to travel more easily. That's rigged. Also, we sincerely trust that all our readers will take heed of this advice and not pay attention to groundless rumors. Okay. But, like, don't you realize that this newspaper applies to that same idea, you know, that it's false information? Where certain members of the nobility will enjoy making use of this well-deserved service. I mean, they were bad before, but, like, man, they got, like, completely censored. Even Machias' dad has been arrested. All of a sudden, the Imperial Army and all the high-ranking reformists are traitors, huh? Imperial Chronicle's not even trying to be impartial these days. It's safe to assume the Alliance has complete control over it. Most likely. It looks like the Alliance is so sure of their victory, they're getting things ready for when the war's over. That's how to do it if you want things to go your way. They're a cunning bunch. Too bad they're gonna get their plots foiled by a group of 17 and 18-year-olds. There's something stuck on the last page. Huh, you're right. Piece of paper? Is this a map? Looks that way. It's of the Eastern Highway. There's all the random numbers and symbols on it. There's stuff written on the back. The one who takes the queen holds the key to the king. The rook, bishop, pawn, knight. The one who takes the queen. So where was the queen located? I think it was where... I think the knight would be able to take where the queen was. Is this some sort of code? It's gotta be. Please tell me this isn't from who I think it is. Yeah, he's a nerd. It does resemble... Oh, no. It's Machias, dude. It does resemble Phantom Thieves B's usual weirdness, except nothing's been stolen this time, so I doubt it's him. Also, there's no card. Actually, the symbols in the layout of the map remind me of chess. What do you think, Tobel? Chess. Also, Machias, that's not how you spell knight. Maybe. It does look like a chessboard. But wait, that must mean... Let's assume these colored letters each represent a different chess piece. In which case, the white Q must represent the queen. There's a black P and B and P representing the bishop and pawn. Don't look at me, I don't know anything about the games you people play. All you need to know is that he's onto something. Assuming your theory is right, then solving the message written on the other side shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, just where's the Q? Yeah, hopefully. You wanna head to the highway? It's the best lead we got. Okay. Can I look at it again? Okay, so the Q is next to the rook up there. I mean, I guess the knight would... Well, I mean, it doesn't actually... No, the bishop takes queen. Okay, so bishop takes queen. And it said... What takes queen has the key to the king or something? I can't remember what the actual line was. But we'd want to go to where B is, I guess. Maybe? And B was... at, like, the entrance, kinda? I mean, it looks like those... But I mean, that doesn't actually say anything. That's just, like, squiggly lines. It's on the east side? Whoa, is dialogue updated? I don't think so. Yeah, this all seems to be the same. I owe you guys for everything you did for me. I've never gotten rehired, not for you, and this job means the world to me. Yeah, okay. Do we want to buy anything before we leave? Nah, spending money's for the birds.
Okay, let's get looking.
I've got the map handy if we need to look up anything.
So it was kind of positioned like this, so it would be like down there in this crook.
Oh,
My
chest.
turn.
I wonder what's inside. Stay sharp, guys.
It like moves you forward when you double attack. Okay. Nice
Let's
wing,
move.
dude. I'm really glad the wing worked. Man, the wing is so good. What a fantastic ability. I'm not mad. Is that targeted on us? I can never tell. I think you have an icon on you if it's targeted on you, so we should be able to just impede you and not worry about it. Totally, you deserve this.
Time to...
He doesn't have that much HP, but that also didn't even kill the plant, which is sad. Oh no, it did. It just took 1,000 years to go into effect.
Guess I pushed my luck.
Here I go.
You're fine.
That's that. Let's keep moving. Great.
Yeah, that wasn't close to
Oh, chest. I wonder what's inside.
being a disaster or nothing. Silver earring. I feel like... Right here. I mean, I can't remember what the puzzle was. Oh, there, it says it on there. The one who takes the queen holds the key to the king. So, I mean, that should be the bishop. Oh, wait, is that supposed to be here? Oh, yeah, no. Rook is actually, that's the entrance up there. So we want to get to the end. Over there. Okay, it actually like, straight up just marks it on your map. Okay. Hey, can I rest for free? No? Okay. We actually have a little bit of money so we can kind of afford to... This does res you, right? I mean, some games are weird. Sometimes they're like, oh, you don't res unless you actually res. Resting won't res you. Okay, so we just want to go straight to where we're supposed to go. Oh god, I'm gonna get hit. Alright!
We need to regroup. Gather on my...
Please one-shot them. No? Okay. Maybe they'll die to burn.
Ready to go. Whew. Well, that's that.
Don't mind me. Anything in here? No? We should focus on figuring out that map for now. But, like, I mean, that's probably where they want me to go, dude. I mean, I assume we're just gonna get the key to that spot over here. You guys sheltering fugitives? Oh, it's December. Why do I have to be out working? You'd think we'd at least take a break during winter. I can't let Tarim see me slacking off, though. I guess I'll stick with it. There's no worse fate than being a farmer. I can't even slack off now that Tarim's here either. Or Tarim? Like Tarim. If I talk to you enough, will you give me an egg? Okay, fine. I'm pretty sure in Trails in the Sky 1, right? If you talk to the chickens at the orphanage enough, they gave you eggs. I don't often see travels around here. Nothing really special here, but feel free to make yourselves at home. Actually, hold on. Since you came all the way out here, how about I give you this? Oh, thanks. Are you sure we can have this? Sure, I've already read it. Probably mentioned that it's a sequel to another book that came out a while back. Oh, there's a Gambler Jack too, and I've never read the first one, aside from like the first chapter, because it's the only one I found in Trails 2. It deals with some risky themes, to say the least, so there was actually a ban on selling it for a while. You got a copy, does that mean it's no longer banned? Also, I don't think it could be that much worse than the vampire one. Right? I mean, that was gory as shit, and we found like children reading those books. It was lifted not that long ago. Just that the government would focus more on stupid restrictions like that than making it harder to sell our crops. I'm just a simple old farm boy. I don't know how to do them words all well, right? But hey, it's a pretty interesting read if you want to give it a shot. I just might, thanks. Never. You can't make me. Okay, I'll do it as a bonus video, maybe. Definitely. Phew, I thought you were soldiers for a minute. I don't like them. They're really scary, and they stink. Sometimes soldiers come here. I really don't like them. Me neither, man. We're situated near a patrol route, so the soldiers tend to come here often. My family's living in a constant state of fear thanks to that. Well, I wouldn't go so far to ask them to stay away from us. I would appreciate if they could be less threatening. You have to thank Adios for how bountiful this year's harvest was. Looks like we won't need to worry about our financial stability for a while yet. Almost time to get started on the winter batch too, so it's back to work for me. Yeah, until the soldiers steal all your food. Oh, he's hopping, dude.
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Does it?
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
You just said that, Reen.
Huh.
Oh, come to Krabby. Bro, how you gonna change when there's
Caught one.
one left?
Huh.
Welcome to the squad. I think we already have you. In this
Caught
game?
one.
Yeah, we do. We got 89 points already. That's pretty good. And we didn't even do any casts at the start of River. Which I don't know. I mean, we might do fishing in the starter river, but I might
Not
just
bad.
wait until later in the game to do any. We'll save our ground baits for now. Because we're probably like, there might be other stuff there, but you maybe need a different rod to get it. An old key. Here we go. I can't believe. So Elliot was the one putting all these chests throughout the world. I knew it. He used his godlike powers to travel around and put chests everywhere. That message actually pointed us to a key. I figured this is the spot. First off, the one who takes queen referred to the bishop in position to take the queen. And the location of the bishop's symbol on the map corresponds to right here. I just see we're on the right track, nerd. The only question now is, where's the lock for this key? The note says that it's the key to the king, but it doesn't mention where the king is. Hold on, there's another note in the chest. Gosh, where could the king be, man? The king lurks in his fortress. Take him and your path shall be clear. More chest shenanigans, huh? It's not that much. Good thing they're running from nobles, who everyone knows no nobles are trained in the art of chess. Yeah, I don't see why it would be. Our goal this time is to take the king. All we have to do is figure out which piece of the map can accomplish that. And once we do, it's checkmate for our mysterious friend. Can I not just go to where the king is? I mean, I guess it would be the rook. Hey, where's the rook at? Rook. Okay, so the rook is kind of... down there at the windmill?
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Oh, nah, you don't need to fish, dude. Fishing's overrated. Safe to say this is where the message was pointing to? Yeah, this has to be it. Let's try out that key we just found. Bingo! That was easy. See, I thought this is where the king was on the map. I'm betting the one responsible for the riddles is inside. There's someone inside it in here, right? I have my suspicions on who it is, too. Ready to go in now? What's up, Gaius? I know you were always a chess nerd.
There you are.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this.
You mean you weren't expecting?
I knew it.
I mean, yeah, Celine was probably, like, smart and never, like, interacted with Machias, so she doesn't know anything about him.
Machias!
Bro, you look so dumb. I'm sorry. What's with the armband?
I knew you'd be able to solve my riddle. If anyone could, it's you.
I mean, it really wasn't that difficult, Machias.
And, you look well, Reen.
And then they kiss. Bro, it's like the most emotional reunion ever.
Take it easy there.
He's like,
I'm just so glad you're all right.
Rena's showing more emotion for seeing Machias than he is for, like, like his own family. I love it.
When we parted that day, I honestly thought I would never get to see you again.
I didn't pick Machias as my bond event, did I?
Come on, Reen. You haven't changed a bit. I had no intention of losing my life in that battle. And neither did the rest of us.
It just feels like such a... I mean, it's... I don't know. It's just so
It wasn't
funny.
Goodbye. Just farewell until we meet again.
It just seems like so over the top,
You
I guess.
kept your promise, which is why I was able to keep mine. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Honestly, I wasn't sure if you were trying to hug me or mow me down at first.
I mean, it's nice. I kind of do like the idea of Reen, you know, showing some, like, emotion at meeting one of his friends again.
But I couldn't be more happy to see you again. Thanks for never giving up on us.
I think the tearful reunion's gone on long enough now.
Celine? Still a talking cat, I see.
Okay, Machias, you get that one. You get that one. You get a point for that.
And I think I remember you. You're a bracer, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that's right. They've been helping me out for quite a while now.
Good memory. We never really talked much when we met on the Courageous, did we?
You give off like a big nerd vibe. I tend to avoid those kind of dudes because I'm like a cool guy.
Name's Toval. Toval Rondenor.
Yeah, we're not gonna remember that.
Mind filling us in on what you've been up to all this time? We'll tell you about what's been happening on our end, too.
Yeah, also, where's Elliot at? Well, of course you know everything about up until you flew off aboard Valimar last month. No sooner had you left than let's try this again. No sooner had you left try it one more time. No sooner had you left did we receive some very unexpected help from none other than the Courageous. The Courageous, huh? Was Viscount Arcade on board? Yeah, we were dead set on fighting the Azure Knight no matter what the consequences. If doing so meant our deaths, I think we were ready to accept that. Machias, you know you were planning an escape route. But before we could even make that choice, we heard a booming voice from up above. It shouted, "Now is not your time to fall with honor in battle, not when you have dreams left to fulfill. Flee and live to fight another day." It was the voice of none other than Viscount Arcade. That does sound like him. Yeah, that it does. We did hesitate at first, but then we resolved to take his advice and escape. Thanks to the Courageous drawing his attention, we were able to avoid being pursued by the Azure Knight. And splitting into 3 groups, we fled from Trista as fast as we could. Do you have any idea what happened to the Courageous after that? I'm afraid not. It flew off with the Knight in pursuit, and I haven't seen or heard from it since. I hope everyone on board is alright. We're talking about the Radiant Blade Master. I'll be more worried for the Azure Knight. Probably. So you escaped to Celtic? Essentially. I managed to escape with Fee and Elliot. Oh, Fee's here. Not sure how the others are split up, though. Really? They're here too? Well, they're out at the moment, but yeah. The market manager in Celtic proposed that we use this windmill as a hideout, so we've been staying here the past month. It's been enough to help us look into a way to turn this country around, as well as try and find any information we could that would lead us to you. Also, where'd you get the jacket from? Okay, don't ask questions, Reen. Well, you found me. I did see that he had like a communicator or something, like a transmitter. Sounds like you 3 have been busy. Look who's talking. Can't imagine going through what you did and then seeing your sister and Princess Alphen taken from you like that. Know that none of us would hesitate for a second to help you rescue them. Thanks, Machias. I appreciate it. Hey, so you were the one who made those riddles, right? Was the kid selling us the newspaper in on it? You're correct on both counts. We received a report from a reliable source in town that said someone resembling Reen had been spotted. I could have probably chosen a simpler method to get your attention, but what's done is done. Only you would make us run around solving a riddle using chess metaphors. You sure this isn't Phantom Thief V's influence rubbing off on you? Okay, less probably and more definitely should have chose a simpler method. It really wasn't that hard, but regardless, I can hardly wait to tell Elliot and Fee that you're safe. They'll be as overjoyed as I was once they find out. Do you know where they went? Yeah, they're out trying to find a way to head further east along the border with Crossbell. We want to go to what remains of Aurelia Fortress. Aurelia Fortress? Oh yeah, Margot did say that there were soldiers from the Imperial Army over in that area. Yeah, they're using the proving ground near where the fortress used to be as a base for the moment. Specifically, Lieutenant General Craig's division is stationed there. Ah. The 4th Armored Division. Well, you couldn't ask for a better last line of defense. Trying to get in contact with them, right? Precisely. We believe that might help us find some way to turn things around. And while they're out, I'm staying here and providing backup while acting as a liaison. It wasn't because they said, we're gonna go off on your own, stay here, Machias, haha. The Cool Kids Club is leaving. It shouldn't be long before they give their next periodic update. We can appraise them of the situation and arrange to meet up when they do. Got it. Where'd you guys get the transmitter? Guess we'll have some free time until then. You know if there's anything we can do around here? I'd hate to sit and do nothing. I will head back to town. I want to have a good look at the surrounding area and see if there's any info I can pick up. That sounds like an excellent idea. Let's head to Celtic. Okay, we can overdrive it up. Since apparently we're freaking best friends. So, Machias, what is it that you say you do here? You have all the same stuff? Now, burst drive. How much does it cost? I need to know. Sounds like we're wasting valuable time by sitting here waiting for Elliot and Fee to get in contact with us. I agree, let's go see how things are in town. But like, where'd you get the transmitter? And the clothes?
Ha! 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 Sit! Ha! 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 Ha!
Okay.
Let's get him.
I didn't want to hear. I'm sorry, Machias. I didn't actually mean to interrupt you, but
Let's move. Ha! Now's our chance. You're mine. Leave this to me.
Okay, so burst drive's 80, like in the first difficulty mod. The energy shell is, you get like 5% more HP, but the EP heal is worse. And this is only 25% defense, but it's 3 turns. Now, does that actually work for 3 turns on bosses? Because the problem with it in the first game, or in Cold Steel 1, was that all debuffs were kind of trash. Except, like, unless if you get, like, lower speed, maybe, but enemies were so fast with the difficulty mod that, they would basically just wear stuff off too fast for you to make use of it. AoE seems to be about the same, so I think that ability is pretty much just as good.
Locked and loaded. You won't get away. They're off balance. Got you.
And we can try and see if we can get a link with Machias and someone.
Let's move.
Okay, probably not going to be able to, but...
Okay, it's safe for now.
I wouldn't mind seeing Toval and, I don't really want to fight you. Toval and Machias' thing. I mean, these enemies, like, that are new. Have we fought you? I don't know if we fought you guys yet.
Let's get him.
I don't mind fighting each enemy at least once.
They're off balance. You're mine. Let's move.
Okay, so let's see. You're weak to slashy boys or swords. Okay, so you have a pretty good chance to unbalance. But so does Machias. Okay, here's what you do. You motivate, and then if you unbalance, do you just have like a better chance? This does have a better chance to unbalance, so go for it.
How about this?
I mean, you could
All
just
right,
straight up
let's keep
one-shot.
moving.
I guess that works. That's pretty good damage with just 1+ strength doing 2k. Will Cold Steel 2 be the rise of the Machias? I mean, Machias actually is really good once he gets Burst Drive. It's just, you know, he's garbage before that. Well, we made it back to town, but the hard part starts here. We have to be very careful not to be noticed. Who is this guy? Wow, I'm surprised how different you look without your glasses. No one seemed especially suspicious of us when we were walking around, but I guess you can't be too careful. As the Imperial Governor's son, I'm going to be higher up on the wanted list than most. Key reformist figures are being arrested one after another. There's really no such thing as being too cautious in this situation. It's weird that taking off your glasses makes you look that different, though. They're just glasses. It's not like you're, you know, a superhero or nothing. The eyes are one of the most distinguishing human features. Using glasses to your advantage is a solid plan. How's your vision, though? Who's speaking right now? I can't tell. Less than ideal. I feel you, Machias. I'm, like, legally blind without my contacts in. Like, actually, not even a joke. Well, we'll, warn you if we're about to walk into any lampposts. Let's, have a look around town. Actually, Otto's probably back by now. How will I go pay him a visit? That sounds like a good idea. I want to let him know that we were able to reunite, too. Whatever, let's just hurry it up. Hey, Celine, you want some glasses? Jake's way too fast. And I'm not letting him get away today. Today is the day he dies. Crap, that was close. Susie's got way more stamina than she used to. Too bad she still got nothing on me when I'm serious. Hey, you know that Jake and Susie bumped into a soldier while they were arguing? That's why I'm keeping an eye on them, to make sure it doesn't happen again. Why do they have to cause so much trouble for me? Celtic's hanging in there, but I'm not sure the same could be said for any of the other towns. I've heard talk of the Alliance using Trista as a defensive base. What's more, they supposedly got Thor's Military Academy's principal, Van Dyke, locked up there. How awful. I hope everyone is managing to get by. So where'd you say he was again? Oh, he's at Thor's. Okay. So grateful for Rosalind's help. We're starving for people right now, and I don't know what we do without her. But as good as she is dealing with others, I can only imagine she's wrestling with worries of her own. Especially with the way the soldiers have been acting, we'll need to be especially careful around them. The market manager seems to be concerned about what the future holds for Celtic. And in the face of that uncertainty, he has decided to help calm the people however he can. I too share his sentiments, and we at the church will be doing everything in our power to help him. Take your acquaintances of hers then? Try not to worry about her. We'll make sure to keep her safe. Got it. I have to admit, I never thought I'd hear such a compelling sermon in a backwater church like this. The priest said the first step to overcoming one's worries is accepting that they exist. You know what? He's right. You really can't rely on the Septian Church in times like these. And then he said, if you don't give me $1 million to buy a jumbo airliner, you will go to hell. Oh, I see your search for fruit. And thank Adios for that. Sorry I kept you and Becky in the dark for so long. I was worried that you would have gotten hurt if the army found out you'd have been in contact with us. Oh, please, you needn't apologize. I can't exactly complain about trying to keep us safe, can I? I'm so happy for all of you. Here, take some of these to celebrate. Bro, let's go. You were already, like, towards the top of the NPC student Thor tier list, but you're giving us items. That'll really, really skyrocket you up there. Oh, church medicine. Wait, are you trying to tell us something here? Not at all. I just thought that it'd be a good idea to start studying medicine while I'm here helping out. Now, I will say there could have been Terrara bombs, but, you know, I'll accept what you got. I made those myself, in fact. I hope they'll be helpful. Trust me, they will. Thanks. Something so angelic about her smile. I don't think I'll ever get tired of looking at it. Probably should have kept that thought to yourself there, lover boy. Okay. Machias has got the hots. Yeah, unfortunately, tier bombs are already out of date, basically. I wouldn't have been able to make this shop a reality without the market manager's help way back when. He's also the one who told me to stay true to my craft. Never took any words more to the heart than those. That's why all this talk about convenience and speed just rings hollow to me. And he suddenly started selling a gun. What a coinky dink. Convenience, speed, I'll meet him. Nothing's more important than working hard and giving your craft your all. What about, like, money to eat? Food. Shit. I guess you're right. I got into another argument with the old man the other day. I tried to tell him that getting an Orville furnace would increase our output and let us lower our prices. But of course he kept insisting that a regular coal-based furnace is more efficient. He's probably just being this stubborn because I'm the one suggesting it. You need this we want? Oh yeah, Machias, what do you have equipped? Equipment-wise. Garbage. I mean, that seems more useful than the take less damage when in low HP. But, I mean, it is only level 1. Depending on how that scales, that could actually be kind of good. With it being like flat damage resistance as opposed, because I mean your defense stat by itself doesn't necessarily do anything, but like a flat damage resistance could be really good if it scales decently. If it, I mean, I doubt it's 10%. Well, I mean, it might be 10% per level. That might be a little much, but like 5% seems like a little low. I don't know. We'll have to see. I definitely think it's probably... I mean, it's either that or Scepter. What are the stats? You get the same strength. You basically just get more arts with Scepter. I don't really... I mean, we can give you Earth Lance at least. You Earth Lance, Poison... Okay, at this point, I think we can use the attack. Even though it's illegitimately gained as far as I'm concerned. More evacuees arrived today. I just don't care to go buy one. Seems like fighting's really on the fiercer side of the Twin Dragons Bridge. Here's hoping we can at least be of some help to them now that they're here. Had to run away because the fighting reached our hometown. Where's Daddy? I'm glad we were able to escape, but I've been separated from my husband. I hope he's alright. We need to find somewhere to stay for the night, too. What's up, Machias? You sure you should be hanging around town? We should be fine for now. Thanks for relaying that message. Everything worked out thanks to you. Yeah, I owe you some thanks, too. Meeting up with everyone would have been a lot harder without your help. Nah, that's cool. I even got some spare change from Otto for it. One slack kid, that's for sure. Just try and keep stuff like that to a minimum, alright? I guess I should read the other, How do you read stuff in this game? We have regular Gambler Jack. Oh, they're like very short. Yeah, I guess let's read the first Imperial Chronicle real quick since I forgot about it. And then we'll probably end the video in a little bit before we go talk to the dude. Get some water real quick. Martial law in Heimdall lifted. The Vermilion capital of Heimdall has been in a state of chaos since the late Chancellor's address, but that appears to be coming to a close due in full to the tireless efforts of the Noble Alliance. The Alliance, oh, okay, so maybe that's how they spun it. If like Chancellor Osborne is dead, therefore, there should be some secession, and the people claiming to be the government are not the lawful government. Any like maybe that's how they framed it. I don't know. Yeah, because I forgot that they actually think the Chancellor is dead for a while. The Alliance has officially announced its hasty defeat over the rebels lurking within the city's bounds, as well as declared that the elements of the former Imperial Army who plotted the rebellion have all but been stamped out. Okay, so maybe they blamed the assassination on... Yeah, because I mean, they wouldn't want to be associated with the actual assassination of Osborne, since he's, you know, both was relatively well liked by the people and was at the end of the day the like official, you know, mouthpiece of the government. As a result, martial law in the city has finally been lifted with the Noble Alliance's Supreme Commander Duke Cayenne confidently stating the capital's safety is now assured. That one of the pillars of the Empire's security would start a rebellion to begin with has been a shock to the nation as a whole, and a heavy sense of dread grows among the citizens. The situation is not without its positives, however, as the Alliance forces have valiantly sworn to continue safeguarding the city. Upon reaching out for comment, they claimed their actions were merely part of one's duty. One can only hope that placing our trust in these brave men and women will mark a turning point in returning peace to our great nation. What of the rebels? It is certain the rebels responsible for organizing the uprising have far more allies than is currently known, and the Noble Alliance is working day and night to both find and apprehend all of those who had any involvement with this unconscionable act of treason. It is also suspected the recent assassination of former Chancellor Goliath Osborne may have been the work of the rebels as well. A reliable source told us, while our investigation is still underway, we believe that there is far more to all this than initially anticipated. As it stands, a number of the Army's armored divisions are continuing to act in a manner truly unfit for citizens of the Empire, frequently instigating conflict against Alliance forces stationed across the country. The same thoughts are no doubt running through the minds of every Airbonian citizen. What would possibly inspire such clear acts of betrayal to His Majesty, At what point will the guilty parties come forward and surrender? Will the Imperial Chronicle say? Only time will tell. The Imperial family rests. In light of recent events, the Imperial family is expected to remain inside Valfling Palace in comfort. The Imperial Household Agency has reassured the public this move is only for security reasons, but those close to the family have expressed concern, speculating the true reason to be that they may be deeply distressed by the current chaotic state of the nation. Yeah, that's it. At least one member of the Noble Alliance has reached out to us to further clarify the Imperial family's position, relaying His Majesty's instructions to do what must be done for the sake of the Empire. As of this publication, the only members of the Imperial family unaccounted for is His Highness Prince Olivert. Fearing for his safety, the Noble Alliance has assured it is leaving no stone unturned in its efforts to locate him. Soul Dots unveiled. The new weapons being developed to ensure the safety of the Vermilion capital, known as Panzer Soldats, were formally unveiled in a private precedent. Standing at 7 arc tall, the manned behemoths were immediately met with overwhelming positive reception, being welcomed both as symbols of strength and as a perfect weapon for keeping Erebonia's people protected. Some have referred to the Soldats as Knights of Justice. Did, like, nobody actually pay attention to when Heimdall was conquered? Like, no one watched that. Okay. When, you know, the tanks were kind of minding their own business and the Soldats came in and just started blowing them up for no reason. And indeed, the memory of them fighting battle after battle to prevent the rebels' uprising is still fresh in our minds. The Noble Alliance is planning to station them throughout the Empire to aid in the fight against enemy forces. Poison Province almost fully under control. The Poison Province may be the first to fully eradicate all rebellious elements if a recent announcement is any indication. While some battles are still ongoing within the province's borders, their ends seem to only be a matter of time. A source connected to the forces confided that he hopes His Majesty will be proud of our work, further expressing how his men are wholly dedicated to the elimination of the rebels in the region. Regrettably, a large number of villages and towns have been caught up in the conflict, giving us one more reason to pray this war comes to an end as soon as possible. Information on wanted persons needed. A large number of persons believed to have some connection to the rebellion are wanted, including members of the Railway Military Police, officers in some parts of the Imperial Army, politicians in the former Reformist faction, and even a small number of students. For the good of our nation's dignity, citizens with any information at all that could lead to their capture are urged to come forward and inform a member of the Noble Alliance, forces, or their local provincial army as soon as possible. So what's the lore reason behind why they want to arrest us? Like, isn't, like, Reen and everyone were, like, literally formally thanked by, the Empire for, or, you know, the Emperor himself for preventing a terrorist plot? Hey, spare a thought for me. I'm stuck requisitioning goods from commoners. We're in the midst of a war. I want to be out there on the battlefield making a name for myself. Guess it's almost time to go out and patrol. How'd I end up with this job? I suppose there's always a chance I get to make a name for myself, finding those Class 7 kids. As if, there's no way any of them would be in Celtic. This is the face of a true genius. That market manager is a nuisance. He certainly seems to have an issue with us considering the number of times he's come by to make an appeal. Don't let him get you any ideas. We're the ones protecting you from the Imperial Army, not him. It's times like this where we really need to step up and help each other out. I mean, there's not too much we can do, but even the little things count here. We talk to you guys? Don't mess this up now, you hear? Doing business in Heimdall is tough enough as it is. The last thing I need is you screwing up and making things even worse for me. No worries, I'm well aware. See you next month, old man. See you then. I managed to get my start together thanks to Hans. All that's left now is to make sure it all sells out. I'm very pleased with how things went today. Marco has certainly gotten more proficient at doing business. Of course, if he thinks I'm going to let him show me up, he's got another thing coming. Ho ho! Managed to make it in time. There aren't too many trains running these days, so I really can't afford to miss one. I even got to see Otto on the way here too, so now I can leave without regrets. Now, I don't know if I'll have quite enough time to finish all the talking in this video. Well, we got house, inn, Grand Market. But you know what? Let's do the house and the inn and save the Grand Market for the start of the next video. I had a discussion with the market manager about making the trains more accessible, but not much came from it. Mostly due to the fact that the Alliance has priority in the train line's usage. I guess that's understandable. They have all sorts of goods they need to transport around the country after all. I guess the only option is to make do without for now. There's an absurd amount of rumors flying around these days, so try not to trust everything you hear. There's plenty of people out there willing to take advantage of how hard it is to discern the facts from fiction after all. For example, they announced that Princess Alpin was being kept safe in Heimdall all this time, but at the same time there's this rumor that she was kidnapped right when the war broke out. Wow, man, talk about what a shock. You don't want to dial it back a bit there. Still, even if it's the truth, no one else is going to believe that. Definitely surprised the rumors about Princess Alpin were true, but you see, just goes to show how much the shady info is being spread around these days, so you just be careful who you trust. Came along to buy some seeds for next year. Wouldn't you know it, they were way too expensive thanks to them crazy taxes. I can barely get none. Next year's harvest is going to be pitiful thanks to this. Feel like I'm caught up in some money-drinking cycle now. Feel like I'm a dang old sharecropper. Apparently the French army has a checkpoint not that far from where Louise lives. She sounds pretty worried about it, but who can blame her? Her family pops in every now and then again, so they seem to be doing alright. I've told her to try and ignore all the rumors that's been spreading, but that's probably easier said than done. I guess we should also try and go to the houses on the highway if we can. You're out there somewhere, aren't you, Ricky? Yes, isn't he, Adios? Oh, it's so sad. I knew what grains and the like, so having train transportation is vital. I don't have much choice in how I make do without. Okay, I guess we're gonna talk to Becky's family, and then... Did we already talk to you? Wait, didn't we already talk to you? Yeah, because you're the one that talked about Class 7. Spare a thought for me, I'm stuck representing goods from commoners. Yeah, the other guy was there's no Class 7 kids here. Haha. Cheer up, Becky! Hey, don't worry, I'll protect the Grand Market when I grow up, and I'll protect you too. Cheers, Strand. You really are a nice boy. Aren't you Class 7's Vice President? I mean, there's only like 9 or 10 of us. Being Vice President's not that big a deal. I guess you were hanging around Celtic after all, didn't imagine that. Have to admit, though, you look way too weird without your glasses. Thank you for your invaluable feedback. Simmer down now. Alright, well, glad to see you all together. I'm gonna guess mind leaving if you don't need anything here. I'm busy playing with my wee brother here. Wow, she's really looking down. Not much you can do for her now, is there? We should just go. Alright, Grand Market Stall is our family business. We've been struggling lately. On the bright side, my husband's one of the most experienced merchants there is, so we're still making ends meet. I still can't help but worry about what's to come, though. All I can do now is keep a close eye on our finances. Okay, so we can pop by the... Here's what we'll do. We'll do Grand Market, pop by the houses on the... Not alleyway, but... paths outside of town, then go to the market manager's house. Alrighty, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for Machias is higher level to me. That's fucking bullshit, okay? I'm gonna, you know what, uninstalled. Let's Play's over. Nah, incorrect. My rage is untethered as of this moment. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.